I watched a college freshman discover other people exist for the first time. The line at Brood electioning our campus's only coffee shop was a lesson in patience and planning that every student eventually learned. Veterans knew the drill: arrive 20 minutes early, bring something to read, and accept that this was simply part of college life. Every September brought the same entertaining spectacle, minus watching freshmen discover that their high school 5 minutes early is on time mentality wouldn't cut it here. They'd arrive minutes before class, see the line sneaking out the door, and cycle through the 5 stages of caffeine grief: denial, anger, bargaining with themselves about whether they really needed coffee, depression, and finally acceptance as they trudged to class uncaffeinated. Last fall, I witnessed something beyond the usual freshman coffee drama, minus a moment so pure it was almost like watching someone discover gravity. She was freshman perfection personified, university branded t-shirt, still crisp and new, carefully distressed jean shorts, blonde omis swinging with practiced confidence. I watched as she assessed the 30-person line with an expression that said this obstacle clearly didn't apply to her. With the serene confidence of someone who'd never been told no in her life, she simply walked past all of us to the counter. The barista was helping another customer, but Ponytail Girl positioned herself directly in the barista's eye line, bouncing slightly on her toes with performative urgency. The moment the previous customer's transaction ended, she pounced. "Hi, can I get a vanilla loda?" Researchers quickly. Her voice had that upward inflection that turned statements into questions and requests into demands. The barista, minus a senior named Marco who'd seen it all, minus looked at her, then pointedly at the massive line, then back at her. The line starts back there," he said, gesturing toward the door. Her response was immediate and delivered with genuine confusion. "But I have class." The coffee shop went quiet. Those of us in line exchanged glances, some annoyed, others amused. We all had class, that was why we were at college. Marco's response was perfect, minus not unkind, but firm. "You are on a college campus. Are you freaking serious? Why do you think all these people are here?" Back of the line, I expected indignation, rolling maybe a huff of entitled frustration before she stumped out. Instead, something extraordinary happened. It wasn't the word itself, but how she said it. It contained worlds of realization. Her eyes widened slightly as she turned to look at the line, really look at it for the first time, seeing not obstacles but other students, people with classes, schedules, and needs identical to her own. I watched her face transform with what I can only describe as the dawn of social awareness. It wasn't embarrassment or shame that crossed her features, but something more profound, the genuine surprise of someone who had never before considered that other people's time might be equally valuable to her own. She walked to the back of the line without another word, her expression thoughtful rather than angry. For the rest of the wait, she didn't check her phone once, instead observing the coffee shop ecosystem with new eyes. When she finally got her lurdy, she thanked Marco with what appeared to be newfound sincerity. I've witnessed plenty of entitled behavior in my years of college, but this remains my favorite because it wasn't just entitlement shut down minus. It was entitlement transformed, like watching a baby deer wobble onto new legs of social awareness, testing the unfamiliar weight of considering others. Sometimes the most entitled people aren't villains, they're just people who've never had the chance to realize that everyone else in line has somewhere to be too.